You was cracking, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Prison Break Raw. I'm your host, the one and only Big JD. Go ahead, get this channel, subscribe, share it, leave some messages or comments. Hit the thumbs up for the like. Hit the notification bell to be informed on all episodes when they drop. As you can see, I'm consumed in a cloud of smoke right now. Cloud of vape smoke. Ain't no THC or nothing in here either, man. I'll stay sharp the whole time. Yeah, just got off of work. But what the fuck has been going on this here YouTube for the last 24 hours while I've been gone? It seems that I dropped the interview with Big Lance and all hell's breaking loose. Some things are coming out in the wash. Came out in the wash as like I said they would. All you have to do is never personalize any of this shit on YouTube. Use your head and you will come out victorious every single time in the face of an attack. All you have to do is use your mind, zero in, find that kill shot, take it, and become victorious. The Florida boys in this one are now victorious, as if they were ever in doubt that they would be, because they were going up against a straight-ass clown from the other side of the fucking globe, right, who was talking a bunch of shit. Some people were biting into it and believing it. Other people weren't so, they were iffy on it. But nonetheless, people were tuning in to this dude every fucking day, as they tune into the other troll channels that are out there right now. Basically, they're just like them little pieces of turds that are along the toilet that won't flush. Wait a minute, I've used that analogy before. Wait a minute. Okay, they're kind of like that zit that you just can't pop that's on your forehead, and it just, no matter how much you squeeze and poke it and bury an ice cube into it and rub alcohol on it, just doesn't go away, comes back. They're basically like that. This one right here we're going to talk about. We ain't ever going to speak about him again. And I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong in regards to the optical illusion. Because in this case, the optical illusion proved to not be an illusion, but actually true. I mean, it actually is. And we're going to explain that right now. But let's go ahead and talk about this person we will not be speaking about ever again. And that's In the Diaper TV. Yes. Commonly referred to as In the Paint TV. But he is now In the Diaper TV. Or he's in the tree TV, jumping out on an unsuspecting young gal, cruising through the park on a dark night, jumping on top of her and being a fucking tree jumping rapist or a seat sniffing weirdo, chomo, whatnot, this and that. I don't know exactly what it is, what his case is. I didn't read the case. I saw the statute. Basically, he forced himself upon somebody, some woman, some man, maybe even a foreign mammal. I don't know. Something, though, he forced himself on. And he did unspeakable things to this person. Just goes to show you, right, that when things do come out in the wash, it usually is all bad for the person that's getting washed. You know what I mean? The person that is actually in the spin cycle of all of this stuff. And in this case, that's Tyler J. Moran or Moron or whatever his name is. As if he may have never thought that he was going to get exposed. I honestly believe that he knew he would be exposed at some point in time, and that was the whole reason why he was doing what he was doing. Because he couldn't have been that stupid. And first off, what the fuck is he even doing on a computer anyways? I thought those kind of people were not allowed to be anywhere near a computer or device, just as much as they weren't allowed to be near a school grounds, playground, preschool, anywhere else that could possibly expose somebody to their weirdness. I don't know, but it's odd that you could go this hard on some people that did nothing to you in the first place, right? Didn't know you from Adam, don't know nothing, because while his targets are all in Florida, he's in Maine, the state of Maine. Way the fuck out there, man. Way the fuck gone, far from Florida. You have to wonder why. Why did he even go into all of this stuff? Why did he create a channel and start trolling people and doing this and portraying himself to be something that he's not? Like he's a convict, like he's done a bunch of time, like he was a killer in there, like he was fucking straight pig sticking fools and everything. It makes you wonder, why would he do it? He had to have known that he was going to get exposed. And for God's sakes, man, quit paying taxes to your local law enforcement if they're not going to be monitoring these people ain't even supposed to have phones. They're not even supposed to be on the internet at all. Because they put people at risk every time they fucking enter them weird search words or go on the dark web and do some fucking weirdo shit. Sitting in their mom's basement, right? With a t-shirt on and no pants on and no boxers on, with a fucking bottle of Jergens in their hand and just going to work on themselves. There are creeps all over the place and all over the internet. You see trolls all over the place. You got some that are talking about their shot callers or shot swallowers, depending on what time of the day they're actually performing. And you got other people that sit around at the dumpster bumming for change and collecting aluminum cans and waiting to fucking that next chance that the Red Cross shows up so they can donate blood just to get $50 to get another blunt, talking about they gangsters and talking shit about other people. It's basically gotten to be way out of proportion and way out into left field. And it kind of like makes a lot of views as the viewers get confused, right? Because there's some of these magicians out there that are very good at what they do. They use the optical illusion to their advantage because they know they look the part, some cases. And they could fool you real fast. And a lot of you get fooled. Hundreds of thousands of you get fooled. Other ones, not so simple. But then you get this one who basically fits the mold. I mean, the optical illusion in his case was he fits the fucking optics because he is actually one of those. What's the crazy thing about it? But I have to believe that for some reason, that he had done this intentionally, that he knew he was going to get exposed and he wanted to get exposed. I know it sounds crazy, but follow me here a little bit, right? You obviously know that you are all over the place. You know that your face is blasted on a number of things. I basically ran his name in my phone. And that shit was just ringing off the hook with all kinds of hits on this one guy. His picture, his fucking profile, where he lives, all of that stuff. When he needs to register again, what his charge is. Excuse me. And for the layman who's never been to prison, but they are interested in this kind of stuff, or for the person that's looking to find some kind of meaning to their life, or to get some kind of strength and hope out of something that they hear on here, because in their mind they know, man, I ain't never been to prison, and if these guys actually survived a penitentiary and came out on top and have a channel and are living a better life than they were before, and are making it, then I know I can make it too. But when you get all these weirdos coming out of the fucking woodworks with all this fucking crazy shit, and then they get on here and call other people chomos and stuff like that, that's the real fucking killer to me. The audacity to call somebody else a chomo or to talk about these people are with chomos and this and this and that. I can't wait to see what's revealed about some of these other creeps that are out there doing this stuff. And it's only a matter of time. It always is, man. This is the internet. And everybody's on the fucking internet, man. You can actually Google my name and find all kinds of shit. You could find me when I was in Chino. You could find me when I was getting pulled over in a cruising operation down Bristol in the city of Santa Ana in California. Me and my boy and my other homeboy had a bunch of dope in the car and a strap. You could find my bank robbery. You could find all that shit on there. You won't find me on a registry. That's where you won't find me on. But of course, everybody has my name. It's easy to find out if I'm actually in that, but you won't find me in there because I ain't in there. If I was in there, I wouldn't be on here doing this shit because I would know that it'd be a waste of my time. And that's why I say that without a doubt, I believe that this dude intentionally did this in order to put salt on this whole thing and to confuse people. That's why the other channels are doing this shit. In order to confuse and to make you think that this is all bullshit. But this is real talk, man. I'm not going to say all of us, but damn near almost all of us that are on here all the time, giving you this game, talking to you about our experiences on the inside and everything, actually lived what we lived. With the exception of a couple of people. We ain't going to get into that one right now. But goddamn, Even that right there. And you have to understand, why does that make us mad? Or why does that get under our skin? It doesn't really make me mad or get under my skin, but it does make other people mad, get under their skin. When people are so blatantly dishonest with their prison experience and having you believe it like if it's real. It's kind of an insult to a lot of us that basically woke up every morning in those fucking cold steel and concrete fucking dungeons, wondering if today was going to be our last day on earth, wondering if we were going to see tomorrow. I'm not looking for sympathy or tears on that right there. But you'll understand in the coming months or the coming weeks just exactly what it means to be somebody who's incarcerated. All the factors that go into place of being incarcerated and what leads people to being incarcerated in this country. Mostly due to trauma experienced in your childhood or in your young life is what leads a lot of people into prison. People ain't just born into criminality. It's not an inherited trait. It's a condition that is put upon you by your external stressors, by everything in your environment, by things that happen to you, abuse of various different kinds. I'm not asking any of you to take this seriously. I'm not asking any of yous out there to basically, cut us some slack or whatnot, or I'm just basically telling you that when you have these troll channels out there doing what they do, and then you have other trolls like I seen Joey from the after prison show talking about how a troll shut his business down. For what reason? Why does anybody invest their energy in this? Do you have no life to be doing that? I mean, come on, man. The main thing to this whole out in the wash for Tyler Moron and his weird sexual ways is that I'm glad that this actually came out this way, and I'm glad that some of us can make a reaction to this, and we could talk to you about this, and we can help you to see reason through all this. Because if you're taking your time out of your day to watch one of these videos, for whatever reason you're doing it, you gotta know that in the grand scheme of all of this, that not only is it entertainment, but it is education as well. When somebody reacts to one of these trolls in a way that you can just look at their face and see that they're emotional about it, they're in their feelings about it, right? They're caught up in it. You have to wonder that what else could make this person tick? What else could set this person off? It's a constant onslaught every single day in my life of bullshit, whether it be on social media or in my everyday life, in my employment, in my everyday world, whatnot, in my family, anything around me. I'm constantly tested every single day. And I have to remind myself how easy it is for me to set myself off and go right back into that bullshit. Because when I go hard. And when I go hard, and I go all in until it's over. Until I'm surrounded by a bunch of FBI agents, or I'm on a high-speed chase, or I'm fighting for my life against 3 officers as they beat me with their sticks. And I ain't even bullshitting you. Notorious for being a runner. You can actually even see my fucking mugshots from being picked up for absconding online. All of that stuff online for me. I don't like to get on here and talk about what a badass I am and all this and this and that, because my reputation is what it is. I don't need to prove it to anybody on here. I stopped trying to prove how big my dick was a long time ago. Now it's all about just me giving you my 2 cents to things that I think about, things that concern me, things in the world, phony ass people that I like to expose. clowning, roasting, having fun with it. This is my therapy session right here, folks. My therapy session. At the end of a hard day or at the end of a hard week, however it is, I know that all I could do is push play on this camera and just go off about whatever that's on my mind. If I'm motivating people to do something better in their life, great. If you want to reach out to me on IG and you know, with some advice or you need some help with something, I'm there. I may not respond right away, but I will get back to you. In the future, moving forward in the future. In the face of these other troll channels that are out there that'll probably be exposed here pretty soon, because maybe that's the goal. They want to get exposed because they want to basically discredit all the rest of us. That is their whole angle. They're not funny. They're not trying to be comedians. They're not trying to do any of that stuff. They're basically set up to try to make us all look stupid. But it only works if you allow it to. And it only works if you believe it. But you could believe whatever you want. Like I said, man, you could be whoever you want on social media. I could get on here and tell you I'm a fucking purple Martian. All I gotta do is paint myself purple and put a red backdrop in the back and tell you I'm broadcasting from Mars. You may believe it. Somebody will believe it. Because people need something to believe in. And that's why they come to these channels. Or they just come here to be entertained, or they come here to listen to it. They get something out of it. Don't really know what you get out of these troll channels, to be honest with you. But then again, I'm not the brain of all of yous out there. You all have different likes and dislikes about everything that you hear on here. You know? Take this for what it's worth, but what I'm saying is these troll channels, this is just the first shot into the glass house that they live in. And that shit's shattering all the way around. And at some point in time, other people will be exposed for what they really are. And when that happens, I hope that you will continue to have an open mind and listen to that. And then move forward and decide what you want to do and what you want to follow in all this. The main thing is what I do here on Prison Break Raw is I am trying to help people to not be a follower of anything really and to make up your own mind about everything. Look at everything as information that's provided to you, but take it with all of it with a grain of salt. Take it all for what it is, but don't invest too much into it because you might get your heart broken in the end when you find out it's just not what you thought it was. I get people every single day in my IG talking about that very thing. I'm going to go ahead and end this on that. But it's funny, though. It's funny, really, to actually have gotten this in my inbox about this information. Kudos, though, to the people that actually unraveled this, as if though it wasn't meant to be unraveled. But I think it was meant to be unraveled. I think this dude wanted this to happen. So here we are. The silliness of it all. The other side of something that is educational and entertaining. And that's just my 2 cents about it. That's just it. Prison Break Raw, uncut, uncensored, no holds barred, non-sugarcoat, not politically correct, all up in your face, slapping you with that dick of reality, and I'm out.